And we are live. Welcome, everybody. Wednesday. We got a special guest today. I would like to call him Mayor Magic, Fitz Magic, NFL quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick. How you doing?
It's just such a pleasure to be here. I've always been very proud of my beard, gotten a lot of attention for my beard, and it just felt like a natural fit. Me and whoever the other guy was, got him out of here, got me here. We're looking good, feeling good. Show you guys my new chains here. See that? Look at that.
Let's see some of that. Let's go down a little bit.
Little taco meat there. Ooh.
Dang.
There you go, guys. Tell your friends, Ryan Fitzpatrick's here.
Yes, if you guys don't mind at this time, hit a thumbs up on this chat. If you're in your phone, exit out of the live chat, hit the thumbs up. And if you have the ability to share this, there was a stream earlier today that I genuinely forgot about. Someone posted on Instagram. It was actually Ben Jammin. So Ben, shout out to you. You reminded me to go to the other live stream to check it out. That's over now. And I hopped over there, so we are ready. This cat is so fly. So fly. So, yes, we got, man. We got the stream going. Well, everybody, this is Beard Advice Live. These do stay up forever. This is episode 51, and this is a show where guys send in pictures of their beards, and we give them advice. We, meaning myself, the mayor, the chat, the community. We got ladies in here. We've got barbers. We've got beardsmen. We got new beards, and we always do it with a touch of class, positivity, but we're real. We actually give real information. We don't just say, hey, let it grow, looks great. We try to help guys ultimately get to their beard goals. So that's the meat and potatoes of this, but we do have some traditions that take place on this show.
We love our beef jerky, and today we're trying two different kinds. We've got the Duke's Hot and Spicy.
Love Duke's. And both of these kinds you guys can likely pick up near you at places like Walmart or Speedway. And then we also have the Matador jerky here with the Flamin' Hot. And both of these, they're not crazy, but they do pack a little bit of a punch. They do bring a little bit of heat.
Don't go to sleep on them.
Right. It'll catch you real quick if you go in too aggressively and you haven't been training. Outside of that,
I always do.
He does. It may catch. And with the new mic, I hope it sounds good, everybody. I'm sure it does. We did lots of testing, but I can imagine a cough attack on the new mic.
Ooh.
It's gonna do some stuff there. And what I would like, what's our other tradition that we do, Mayor?
We drink Mountain Dew.
And I'm going to show them, okay?
Okay, you go ahead.
We got that focus right in the middle there. Mayor, tell the people, what do we have?
This is this is called Thrashed Apple. It's a kind of an apple cider fallish Mountain Dew blend. I'm pretty excited to give it a shot because I think it has potential to be a killer, or it could be, if it goes like the Jones soda, like sour apple, I can't drink even a whole one of those. But if there's still some dew left, or if they go apple cidery, that could be good.
So I'm very, very excited to try this. And we do have, guys, we got the side beard camp. Shout out to both our side beards. And of course, if you have not been here in a couple of weeks, let's get ready for this. We're going to head over to the mayor cam. So, baby. And Mayor, we want to make sure you had this request. You wanted to do this, and you wanted me to keep it away from you, but I couldn't do that. Go ahead and hit that green button for the people here.
There you go,
baby.
Little Jamaican horn.
That was his only solo request there, was that Jamaican horn. So, all right, and Daniel, hello, he says that thrashed apple tastes like sweet Granny Smith apples. Okay.
I would love that.
Yes, I do like those as well. That's our favorite. Word. Hey, John. So, question for you.
Sure.
Everybody in the chat that is not familiar, they're asking, why are you dressed up like this? Why are you swagging so hard? Why are you dripping swag goo all over the place? Why are you lit all over the screen right now? Pardon
my swagoo. All right, guys, as you may or may not know, we have a Facebook group called Command's Corner, and I'm trying to, October 29th, which I now have like 3 big things on October 29th, actually, but October 29th.
We do have a big thing.
Right. We're going to have in the group beard celebrities. Dress up, make yourself, what beard celebrity do you look like? Do you want to look like? We got some ladies who are getting involved, so you don't even have to, look remarkably like anybody. Just do it up, but we're going to post our pictures and kind of have a little fun with it. That's the vibe we have, and we're really proud to have that. So I did my Ryan Fitzpatrick. We'll show you the picture that I modeled it off of eventually here. But it's fun. and we're at a point now with that Facebook group where it's special, and it's a place where you can look like this, and nobody's gonna judge you or jump to any conclusions, and that is amazing.
Yes. And Leo, it would be his collar of his jacket. So, yeah, absolutely. And we got Fitzmagic. We'll show you guys that. And I love this comment by Hip Bill here. With Jamaican horn comes great responsibility.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't mess around with it. You don't want to disrespect it. You don't want to overuse it.
We got to be careful there. And John says, looks like me in 1989. So, John, does that mean you had hair? Was it at one point at hair? I'm not sure on that. So thank you guys for being here. The Facebook group is pretty amazing. Check it out if you would like. We do really cool stuff like that. Our last one was Awkward Filter Friday, and that was a huge success. It was borderline strange in a good way. And also, we're going to drop a little bit of news right now on you guys without specifics. We will have a Friday. What month is that? October 29th live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern. Friday, October 29th, random live stream. We're not going to give any details other than right now, you do not want to miss that one. You want to be in attendance for that live stream.
So I just booked myself a third event on the 29th during the school day. We adopt a service learning project every year, and we're going to raise money all of October. And I told the kids if they hit a certain price or a certain amount of money that they could actually, I told middle schoolers that they could pick out my costume, that I would do my best to work with it. It just couldn't be something that would jeopardize my job. So
there you go.
But there's a lot of things there. So
right. Okay.
So there's that. There's the stream, and there's the Facebook group content. Not contest.
That's super cool. Yeah. That's super cool. Thrashed apple. It's good. It's like, to me, it's like there's some sour in there. There is definitely charged with crisp apple. I have some sourness to it.
Granny Smith's a pretty sour apple.
Hold on.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, some lady named Betsy Wamba says, look good, Mayor Magic.
Thanks, sweetie.
So, usually hanging out with her husband, but tonight's a little bit different over here. So, yes. All right, and I think we got everything kind of covered there. We got the jerky, we got the Dukes, we got the Matador over here. Shout out to JB in the chat, Mr. Jason B, as we go. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get this show started.
Show them we need to see the opener, so that they can get the full feel.
For those of you who do not know who Fitzmagic is or Fitzpatrick, take a look right there. This, I don't know if it could be any more. Let me see if I can hit that.
I probably can't afford
boy.
that actual
you slide
outfit.
over here. So that is Fitzmagic right there, you guys. I don't know, again, if any of them could be more accurate than the Fitzmagic right there. So he is absolutely killing it. Very, very excited for that contest. And do we have a reward with it, or is it just all good fun?
I think it's good and good fun.
Okay, good. And also, guys, if you have not yet, please hit a thumbs up on the stream. That's always greatly appreciated. And let's go on to this next screen here. Whoa. Gary Lewis, what the heck, man? To fix the horn button after Mayor wears it out. Thank you, Gary. My goodness, that's gracious. Thank you.
I did suggest he put it on 2 different buttons, but it said that's overkill.
I didn't see the purpose there, but we got it on 1 for him. Yeah, we got it on 1. So thank you, Gary. My goodness, thank you so much, man.
Before we jump in, do you want to, for our group members, we were just talking about Facebook group, do we want to?
Well, that's the next slide.
Oh, that's right.
That's the next slide. So yeah, I am going to jump in. Ba-boom, baby. So one perk of being in our Facebook group is, so right there showed you, nobody's won yet. The perk of being in our Facebook group is we not only have boosted discount codes each month, next year more than monthly, some will be bi-weekly, we'll have a few each month, and there is exclusive Facebook group giveaways. This is a Beard Octane $250 beard product box that a group member can win. So you've had the chance, and again, that is only for our Facebook group members. And guys, for those of you that are like, I'm against Facebook, I don't like Facebook, all that, that's fine. We totally get it, no worries. But you can create a Facebook account just for the group, just simply to go in there. And so, okay.
All right.
We have our winner, so I'm going to go ahead and exit out here so the mayor can put that phone straight in the middle. It'll focus in just a second.
Congratulations, Lloyd Franklin
Lloyd
Andrews Jr.
All right. Yeah, Lloyd Franklin, congratulations there. You have won. And thank you so much, Beard Octane, for being a sponsor this month, for the boosted code this month.
2 months.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, we only have a couple of days left. How many days we got left for that?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow is the last day of the group. So if you want a boosted Beard Octane code, join the group, get the code. And what do they need to do? Anything for that to contact?
I will take care of it. I will get this over to Beard Octane, and they will be in touch with your $250 prize box. That's awesome.
Okay. So again, thank you so much, Beard Octane. That's pretty awesome. And congrats, Lloyd. Absolutely. And guys, I don't know if Ben caught it earlier or anybody else out here. One last just kind of shout out here. If you guys have the ability to share this stream or remind people that are normally here that forgot or life caught up to them, an Instagram story could make all the difference for the show. That's always appreciated. I remember to stream earlier on Ken's channel with Chesapeake and Chad, literally because of Ben Jammin posting. I had completely forgot. I had to put Violet to bed tonight. I had to pick up the kids from school. I had to make dinner. And I had to get the boys to bed before filming a video and setting up this whole stream. Life was crazy. Ben posted that, and I wanted to make it a priority to be there. So I really wanted to make sure that I wanted to shout out to Ben for the reminder, okay? All right, please don't put on your YouTube faces. All right, Vado, got you, my man. Do we need to do anything to enter the Facebook giveaways? You do. So usually each month there is a Gleam entry, or there is an ability to be able to sign up with email.
Sign in an email. And we've been trending towards the Gleam. And basically it'll get posted in there, and you have to be a Facebook user. It's nice. You can only come in if you're in a Facebook group.
Yep.
And it's slick.
Yes. And again, to kind of go with to give a little nod to Vado's comment there. Essentially, the Facebook group is an extension of this community. What's created here, what's created on these streams, it's just taken into like a kind of daily basis format in the group. So we take pride in talking about it on YouTube. I take pride in talking about it on Instagram because it really is everything that we've built here, and even more so because they see your name, they see you chat, but in the group you come to life. Your stories, your pictures, your families, your celebrations, your low points, your high points. It's really an amazing thing. Hey, TR, thank you so much. Thank you for all the advice. Just got my Aberlite Max and the Chicago number 8. Makes a world of difference in not pulling near as many hairs.
Oh, yeah, I would think so.
That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So congrats, TR, on getting some great machinery there. If you guys are interested, the mayor does have an affiliate link to Aberlite in the description with a code, and an affiliate with a code to Brio for the best trimmers and best straighteners that we use. Okay, here we go. Can you send me a Mountain Dew and some jerky? No, we cannot, but you're welcome to send us some if you are able to.
And have one for yourself, and we'll drink it with you.
There you go. A lot of you guys. And hey, shout out in the chat right now. What are you guys snacking on? What are you guys sipping on tonight? I know a lot of people joined us with jerky and Mountain Dew. Some people have water, and we got water as well. So what do you guys got going on tonight as far as snacks and as far as beverages? Okay. And real quick, if you guys like what you see here, Mayor, how does somebody get entered into next week's show?
You're going to send a couple photos, like front, side, anything specific that you're asking about, to beardadvicelive@gmail.com, just with a brief description of what we can do to help.
Awesome. And if you get that in, you will likely be featured next week. Okay. And here's a good question for the... Excuse me.
The hot ones get you.
I just swallow wrong and it gets me. Here's a good question for the mayor if you're able to read this.
Dumb question. At what length would you suggest using a heated brush or boar's hair bristle brush? This is for anyone. Okay. It's the rule of thumb for me is when your beard is long enough to get curly and not look the way you want to, you could consider a heated brush to take out some of those curls and get a little more control.
Yeah. So a boar's brush should be from day one. When you use that, you're going to exfoliate. You're also going to get some training and style. And I agree with the mayor entirely on a heated brush. At any point when you feel like your beard could be a little bit more tamed, a little bit straighter, a little bit neater, for your personal preference, it's again, up to you.
You're seeing too much volume on the side.
Yeah, right. That's another good use. For some people, it's never. Some people don't want that. They want to go with the natural look, rock on. But if you ever feel like, I wish I could tighten this up a little bit, my beard is a little bit shorter, kind of business beard, that's going to be amazing. Mayor, who has the best cordless straightener, Aberlite or Cushelbar? By the way, I'm a big fan of Fitzmagic.
I thank you, first of all. I have only used for cordless the Aberlite Go. I love it. I have it at my desk at work. The Cushelbar I used for years was a corded. But I can definitely attest to that Aberlite Go being great. It's a heated brush, so the battery, you do need it. If you're going to use it for more than 10 or 15 minutes, it's always a good idea to get it back on the charger, but it heats up like crazy. Super, super great tool to have. Getting the mask dents out and things like that.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. And I have had both of them. They're both really good. I would say the Cushelbar is a little bit better for very short beards, like even shorter than the Mayor's. And I would say the Aberlite line is better for medium to longer beards. So it just depends on what you're working with there. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the meat of the show. Please get involved. Please give your feedback. Please enjoy the show. And we will take periodic breaks throughout the show to take beard questions. So if you guys have questions, especially if it's for the Mayor, this is like the only day of the week where you get to ask him things. So if you have any questions, we will take some breaks and address them. If you guys ask something and we are not able to get to it, I promise we're not ignoring you. It's just we keep the flow going of the show here. Oh my goodness. Wow. Thank you, Holly and Don. The mayor is clearly the mayor of New York. Yeah, for sure. Get that man some gabagoula jerky.
Hey, there were some great parts to that. I'm looking forward to the Sopranos movie coming out.
Oh yeah. Joey Diaz is in it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So hey, but no, there's some downsides to that lifestyle too.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Billy, feel better, man. Get some rest. And yeah, thank you, Holly and Don. Little Birdie told me that Friday's review video is going to be a really good one with a new scent coming out from a company that has to do with whiskey and hardtack. And then also, back-to-back followed up with, on Monday, there's a pretty special Commands Corner with a company that's into whiskey and hardtack.
It's beard season, baby.
All right, that's our first unsolicited use there.
He didn't really tell me I could touch it. I just went for it.
Didn't tell me couldn't, so it's fair game. So, Gary, you keep track for me. That's 2 on the Jamaican horn for us, so that is awesome. All right, so thank you, Holly. Thank you, Don. And again, the many saints of Newark. Yeah, for sure.
All right, this is Alfred. I grew up the beard being defiant at work several years ago. Laugh out loud. Well, I had to retire from that industry due to a work injury, and I'm now starting a new job. I will need to take some off to look a little more professional, at least till I grow it out again in defiance. Laugh out loud. How much should I take off to have a business-style beard? Also, what style would you guys suggest?
Okay. Hello, moderator Phil. And to everybody else out there, Doug, Jake, everybody that we saw come in here. So he looks like he has some pretty stringent rules and regulations at work. And first off, what do you think about the thrashed apple?
I like it.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
I like the way it finishes like a cider.
Okay. Yeah, right.
I don't like the opener. Like it tastes like real sugary.
Sour, sweet.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's not super
like a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, it's not super Mountain Dewy to me.
There's not a lot of that.
Yeah. All right. So let's go here. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, my goodness gracious.
I know.
So, guys, this is going to break a lot of your hearts. This is a world-class beard, of course, but we do need to go back. This is why I love this show, is we don't force stuff on people. We want to go with exactly what they're looking for here. And he was able to grow it out again in Defiance, yeah. Yes. So he is saying, how much should I take off to have a business-style beard, and what style would you guys suggest? Oh, man. So he's got to go back with this one, and he's got it to, oh, man. So here's the big question, and Mark has a great point. I think business is associated with clean, so a transparency, cut, and line definition. So I wish that was the case. I wish a business beard was associated with being clean. I think my beard is one of the cleanest ones out there, and I don't think many people would consider my beard a business beard, unfortunately. So for me, man, oh man, a business beard would... For me, the epitome of a business beard, the limit of a business beard is pretty much where the mayor is at. I don't think you can go much longer than the mayor's and consider that a business beard.
But I would suggest you try. I don't want you to. I don't think your first cut is to this. I think you I hate to say it, but take a good piece off, but don't go all the way short to this for me. And then look at the angles and how it sets up with your face. It's gonna be trial by error. Like, go slowly, take a little bit off, and then, geez,
I don't even want to answer.
Such a great beard.
He's got
Can
great.
you find a job somewhere that
Right. The mustache is pristine. The head hair is on point. Dude, Alfred, you are straight up killing it. As Gary said, that is an epic beard. It's going to, look at all these people. Dean said, I'm sad that you're going to chop that beard down. Ken said, dude, this is going to break my
crying,
heart.
I don't think Holly ever cries. So.
No, yeah, I didn't think she had tear ducts. So that's, man. Alfred, are you in the chat right now? I don't know if I've seen him anywhere. Oh, man. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, David's saying, find a new job. I don't even know where to go. My beard is crying at the thought of that beard being chopped. I know. So, Ryan, we wish, man. We wish.
Stripe.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So here's the key thing, guys. It's for work, and we want to respect what they're asking. So his question is, how much should I take off to have a business style beard? Okay, how much to take off to have a business style beard? Oh my goodness, and this is, I'm almost in the same way with Ron, and I can't in good faith give any advice involving cutting. It's like, when you become a doctor, you take an oath to say that you will
do no harm.
You will do no harm. Man, any advice to this is almost like harm. Okay. Oh, here's Willie. He said, this is me. The new job I got is working in drug treatment, but I will be stationed at the sheriff's station for a new program. Willie, man, Alfred, dude, just...
All right, well then let's give him the advice. What does he need to do?
I'm gonna defer to you on this one, Mayor. I don't even want to start it. I'm not being dramatic. I'm being serious too.
This is like the dad gets to throw the dead bird out into the woods because the dirty jobs. All right, so again, I would suggest to go slowly. I would take 4 inches and I would look at it and I'd look at the structure of it. Try to keep as much as possible. If you worked at, your cheeks look like you could, I don't know, like maybe focus on making it like a little more volume so that you could get like a straighter line, and then you probably could keep more than normal. But I would think 4 inches and reevaluate and work on styling, and then go back if you think if it's not where you're at. But my biggest piece of advice is to go slowly so that you barely get to what you're looking for, and don't go too far over that.
So a lot of questions and a couple of very legitimate ones. Tank asks, is it a new job you're trying to get or you have it? I believe he has the job. He said if it wasn't a good opportunity financially, it wouldn't be happening. Man, you gotta understand and respect that. You gotta do what's right for you, your family. So yeah, we appreciate that. A lot of people are asking, could you braid it? Could you tuck it in? Could you not and tuck? Are there options there? I'm guessing no. I'm sure he's explored all those options out there. And that's a ton of room for trimming practice. Hate to see it go, but make good use of the learning tool. That's a great point as well. As you're going down, maybe experiment with some different styles to see what you like, to see what looks good as you're going through. So
I would, something that might clean it up more than you realize too is just to straighten up the mustache a little, just a touch. It's a great mustache, fantastic. But
in general, I would recommend a lazy walrus for that mustache anyway. I wouldn't touch it if this wasn't the case for the show. In general, or for his question, I would get that mustache going out to the side. I think that would just give it a little bit more purpose, a little bit more style. And I agree with the mayor. I think step one to get that business beard to be more acceptable, which is, again, breaks my heart to say, would be to take that mustache off the lip. That would be step one.
And it might give you a lot more towards what you're going for than you realize.
Right. Step two, we got to choose the tool of the trade here. With a beard this size and a beard this density, very similar to mine. I think this is pretty clear cut what you got to do with the beard on this one. We need a little bit of,
Is that the scissors?
Nope. We need the buzzers on this bad boy. So Alfred, this is what I'm gonna hit you with. I want to go with a Mare extended business beard. I want to take the line right about the side, right about here. Let's come around with some kind of hard defined lines. I want to go with more of like a God of War type beard and see if you can get away with it. See if it's going to allow you to have that. Man, it hurts my soul. We got some really cool ideas coming up too for a future flex stream that's going to be a little bit different. And this just is getting me fired up and inspired for that. And then I have another show that we're going to do as a Beard Advice Live in the future that I can't tell you about yet, or I can't tell you guys about, but I got to tell you after. Remind me if we can remember. So, man, it's just, yeah. God, my goodness gracious. Hi.
You know what, though? And sometimes we just have to say, it's not forever.
Right.
It's just a time.
Clearly.
It's making money for the family. It's doing what you need to do.
Yep. Clearly he can grow it back. And gonna be sad, but an epic transformation. Absolutely. He would look good with a length. Yeah, yep. So yeah, I would say, yeah, the mare extended a little bit would look really good. So thank you for sending in. Please, oh please, send us your update picture, and we'll make sure to clearly explain, because people are gonna be like, I like the before better. Like, we know you guys do. You watch this channel, but dude, you killed it. That is a fantastic world-class Hall of Fame beard right there.
What a swan song, you know?
At least you get to go out with us, and everybody can appreciate it. One last time, I know you probably feel good right now, as you should, man.
Raise your drinks, guys.
Yep, we lost one today.
That's just a battle, not the war.
Ooh, just the battle, not the war, you guys.
You know, Ryan Fitzpatrick is like a Harvard-educated. He's the highest scoring guy ever on the aptitude test for quarterbacks.
The Wonderlic test, yep. Yeah. All right.
I'm channeling some of that. All right, this is Chris M. in an update. Today I followed my usual beard routine, followed by a trim. I took maybe an inch off the bottom, and now my beard looks much thicker. I am so glad I found you guys in this community. My beard has never looked better. I even faded my sideburns.
Okay. Update here, Chris M. So if you guys remember, this is like, I think the 4th round of Chris M for us, because
he has like significant, you know.
Every step of the way he's getting better, and that's week by week by week, which is amazing. And Chris is in the chat right now, so thank you, Chris, so much. So this is before we had that epic head hair transformation. He really dialed in the beard. But then our suggestion last week was he had some transparency now that we had it styled, because before, if you remember, he asked, how should I trim? And we're like, we don't know yet, because I don't think you've dialed in the styling. Last week, he dialed in the styling, and then we gave the trim advice, and he's in here right now. And on the trim advice, we gave about this line right here. You could have gone with the buzzers, or you could have gone with a little bit of the clipper action. And he went through the line here, and then this is the after. Great line. What's your thoughts on his beard? Kind of naturally looks squared, but he went with more of a rounded beard trim on there. What's your thoughts on that?
I like the rounded.
I agree.
The edges and like square. I think the round fits better.
Yeah, I agree.
At least he's in a little bit of it might be perspective, but
it's definitely rounded. Better. Yep, it's definitely rounded. And in this one, I don't think it's the best shot in the world because of the shirts and stuff. I think that's what the mayor's talking about. This is an absolutely epic transformation, even better than that last picture. Chris, this is something to be proud of, man. Absolutely something that you should really just 100% just be 100% proud of this. Congratulations, kid. Congratulations. That is so cool. Truly epic. I mean, when we talked about it before, it wrapped around the ear underneath here, and then we had that transparency. I don't know if you did this yourself, Chris, but you absolutely crushed it. Absolutely crushed it on this one. As everybody is saying, round looks better. Killed it, man. Oh, Big Stu, thank you so much right there. And David, thank you. Addition by subtraction at its finest.
That's a great example.
It really is a great example.
People would say the one on the right is a bigger beard. You know, a lot of ways.
Yeah. The 3 stages of a beard are testament to this show's performance. Hey, thank you, Joey. And this, guys, there was advice that I didn't say, the mayor didn't say, that literally on Chris alone came from the community, came from the chat. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for everything you did there. So cool. Shout out to Amanda. She won a $100 Dixon gift card on Monday.
Oh, she got Amanda.
She got it. Yeah.
She's one of the holds about Thrash Apple.
Yes, and she is a Dixon fan. She posts pictures with Dixon clothing already. That was
everywhere.
Super cool.
She's everywhere.
All right, and he did it with the Clippers. So I agreed. That's how I would have approached it. Dude, look at that. Dude. And I almost wish we could go back to like an original look of Chris to now. Chris, we might have to do that like in a week or so, just a final conclusion. We can close that book and show where Chris was to where he is now. Unbelievable. Let's hit another one, and then we'll get some questions going after that.
This is Jesus. This is an update from last week.
We love updates, guys.
Dan and the mayor both agreed I needed a transparency trim. Only question was whether to round it off or have straight edges. Not really sure what I would call this. Straight edge, probably. But here's the end result. I keep looking at it, and sometimes it looks uneven, and sometimes I think it's the uneven black and white hair.
Okay. Hey, Regan, thanks for stopping in, my man. Take care. And guys, another little update. I don't know if I like the apple.
That's okay.
I'm gonna finish it. There's no doubt about it.
It's finishable.
It's finishable, but it's sour to me. I get a lot of sourness to it, and I'm just not a sour guy. I'm more of a positive guy. Okay, so
there you go.
Chris says you're gonna bring a tear to my eyes while I pot. Dude, it's just honesty. That if you look at that side beard, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. So, my goodness, and yeah, Ellie's exactly right. Looks amazing from where he started. It's so cool. Hey, Makeshift, welcome. All right, so let's see what Jesus has going on here for this one. Oh yeah. I remember Jesus over there. So again, as he said, our advice was a little transparency trim, and then the big debate was, do we go with hard lines or do we try to round it out a little bit? And I think the consensus was try to go with hard lines first, and if you don't like it, then eventually you can round it out yourself. So he went with the hard lines. And Mayor, what do you think? Do you think he should stay here or round it?
I think you should stay with that. I think it's going to be a styling. It's all there. It just needs to. You just need to let your soul glow.
Yeah. Ooh.
Brush it. That's
soul glow.
Coming to America.
Yeah, I know.
You just need to work out what technique you're gonna use to get that full and balanced. I don't think, I wouldn't take it any more off.
I agree, and I take it a step further. I'm doing the no look trash throw here. To take it a step further here, the word that comes to mind for me is purposeful. It just looks really, really purposeful, and I agree with Leo. It works well with your face. We do need to take into account people's faces. We do need to take into account what works for them. When I see the before, I don't see anything bad here, right? This isn't anybody that'd be like, oh, he looks right homeless or he looks bad. But this is just somebody who really cares about his beard. This opens it up to get compliments. You walk into a gas station, somebody sees that, they subconsciously or consciously know this dude really cares about his beard. I'm going to say something nice about his beard. So, and Jason brings up a great point too. Nice minimal trim, just enough.
Right.
Because we have seen, especially with barbers, go a little bit too far. He didn't do too much. And here's the thing with trimming, guys. You can always have patience and go back in for more later. Trim it, take a couple of days, reassess, take a day, right? We love to give the advice of a 3-day trim on this channel. Get your first one, sleep on it, style it. Another trim, sleep on it, style it, and then finalize with those clean edges, clean touches there. Did a great job, Jesus, man. Absolutely great job. So thank you for sending in. That's awesome. So next, guys, while we take this little intermission between the pictures and the entries, if you have any beard questions that you want to know about something that's been with your routine, something about trimming in general, something about styling in general, health-wise, let us know right now. We're not exactly looking for like product recommendations or anything. This show isn't really about that, but you can reach out to me anytime. I'd be happy to tailor some recommendations specifically to your preferences and situations. But if you have something for the mayor, let us know. Can I send in without a Facebook? Yeah, absolutely. So Zesty Lemon Zach, that's a great name. If you read down at the bottom, you enter this with just an email, beardadvicelive@gmail.com. Send in a couple angles of your beard, and then let us know what your goal is. Let us know the problems so we can kind of give you advice to what you have. What's the best Brio model for a long beard trim? I know the answer, but what's
the Beardscape.
The Beardscape.
They don't have, like, Aberlite has the max for the heated brush. Brio has the Beardscape, and it's just a matter of what guards you use.
Yeah, well, they do have the Axis.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think he's probably asking between. You have the Axis, which is the smaller one, and then the Beardscape, which is the big, full-powered one. I don't recommend the Access to anybody. I love Brio, fantastic company. I use their toothbrush every day, and then I also use the Brio Beardscapes. The only thing I use to cut my beard and my hair, and I would not recommend the Access. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't think it goes fast enough or is sharp enough. It just doesn't work for me, and we've had two.
You know, I was just cleaning out my bathroom closet, and I found my charger. So I charged my Brio Beardscape for the first time since I got it, or second time. Maybe second, but it has an amazing battery.
Okay. Yeah, it does. It's silly. Been a while since I'll tune in. Always working. Hey, Mr. Bearded Italian. Thank you for being there. How can I change the thickness of oil? Yeah, thank you, Brian. You can watch my video from today that you commented on with a great comment, linking your thoughts and perspective to another video. So thank you. What are your thoughts on a derma roller for the chin? We are not the ones to give advice on that. One, we've never tried it. Two, we don't know too much with the science behind it. Why? Because there really is no science behind it. The reason why there's no studies and evidence with it is there's just not enough money behind it. It's not something that was in the women's hair care market much. So there's just nothing behind it.
Can you say that you've ever seen someone says that I started with derma rolling and now I have this?
Yes.
And you have seen that kind of difference.
It's
I've never
almost,
seen that.
It's almost a smack dab 50-50. Minoxidil, derma rolling. Half the people say it's changed everything for them. Half the people say it's a gimmick and did nothing. It's a total crapshoot. Is it perspective? Is it real? Is it? I don't know. I always try to defer to other people on that one because people in those communities, minoxidil, derma rolling, they get very, very serious and very sensitive. So I just don't know. I'm not sure the correct answer on that one. Low cheek line versus high cheek line. What are your thoughts on that, Mayor?
I used to be I used to think, you're attracted. You see some of those dialed in, one day only beards and pictures. But I like a little bit higher cheek line. I think you can really screw up your beard messing with that too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Take this down a little bit, then take that guy down a little bit, and then all of a sudden you got,
Agreed.
chin strap.
I like a higher cheek line. I like a pretty natural cheek line. There's very few times where I'd give advice for people to bring their cheek line down. When in doubt, go high with the cheek line, and then if we need to dial it in, we can. So that would be one. It looks like he's in the Russian mafia. So if you guys didn't know, real quick, Mayor, the Facebook group, what do we got going on October 29th?
We're encouraging our members to do a picture, show a picture of them as maybe their favorite beard, celebrity beard, or kind of style themselves, whatever they want to do. Just kind of like a Halloween costume thing, but just a photo on the Facebook group. And this is Ryan Fitzpatrick, who is I think he played quarterback for 6 different teams, and he's
a journeyman. Yeah, he's a journeyman. When they're between a rookie and they got rid of their old starter, he comes in and takes the job, gets them to a 500 record. Maybe they make the playoffs. Maybe they just miss, kind of thing. Mayor, can you say this?
Say hello to my little friend.
Jason, take care, man. Thank you again for everything. Thank you again. How long before you can start training your mustache? Day one, man. Right as that hair's coming in, get a boar's bristle brush and start brushing that bad boy out to the side right away. What was the trigger you noticed in your beard change? Oh, your wash and co-wash routine, rinse, repeat. So yeah, thank you, Down. If you guys missed that video, it was on Sunday. I pretty much said I simplified my wash routine. Instead of having co-rinse days and all these different days, I pretty much do a rinse day followed by a wash condition day. Rinse, wash, condition. Rinse, wash, condition. Once in a while, I'll go with just a wash day, but I no longer co-wash, and the trigger was my beard stopped feeling good with a co-wash day. One day in particular, it felt downright terrible. I had to go take another shower to get the conditioner out. And I didn't know if it was seasonal. I didn't know if something changed with my body and my DNA. It was the same products, the same process. Something just triggered it. I wanted to make the change. And one thing with me that I take pride in is I'm never married to any of my ideas or ideologies. I am always willing to learn. I'm always willing to change. If something is different, I will make a video and address it and say, hey, I've changed. I'll make a video and say, hey, I was wrong. So for me, I don't just live in something. I'm always trying to adjust.
I feel, just to add a thing to that, is washing but not conditioning and putting in oil feels amazing.
Yeah.
And so does conditioning once in a while. They both have their benefits. They both are a different feel and have different advantages. But I almost alternate day to day on that, because the oil absorbs better when you don't have a conditioner coating on it.
Bobby, what up? Bobby Casey just coming in here. We do. We have the thrashed apple tonight. I'm not the biggest fan. It's a little bit sour. The mayor likes it, doesn't love it. Will there be an appreciation post? We've already had a couple up. I got a pretty sweet filter on mine, so yes. I said not to pull split ends because it will damage your beard in any way. You don't want to pull out the split ends. You never actually want to pluck any hairs. There's rarely a situation where that's beneficial. So instead, when you have a split end, find where the split ends and then trim above it. Pretty simple there. Mayor's looking like a straight pimp. Swagger on point. The swagger did go up a few levels when you walked in with that. It really did kind of transform.
How could it not?
For it. Right.
It is transformational.
Right. And guys, if we miss any of your... He almost went for 3. If we miss any of your questions, we apologize. Come back. We will circle back later and have a chance. Is it essential to use heat daily? I've sent in pics. I want to use daily for someone trying to keep a thick beard. No, it's not essential at all. It literally is personal preference. I do believe that there are benefits to heat, such as less tangles. You get a little bit more control, a little bit more styling. You're not going to pull your hairs out as much. But is it essential? No, not at all. In an ideal world, I would love to use heat 6 days a week. I want 1 day off. But oftentimes that doesn't happen because I got to go out in public, I got to film, and I use it pretty much every day unless I get a chance to.
And with our mask at work, I have been using it slightly less, more so in the evenings than a normal day. I would hit it before school, but I'm gonna throw a mask on, so why?
Mm-hmm. And I wear a mask that goes on the outside of my beard, so I do heat every day. How did I get Fitzmagic on? How did I get you on the show today?
It just, I have always been a big beard guy, and I thought, hey, if the mayor can do it, so can I.
Mm-hmm. So we do have some new sound effects for Beard Advice Live. One of them would be, let's make sure. Yeah. Another would be, this one's a little bit quieter, but still gets the job done. So those are Beard Advice Live exclusives, unless they come up at another point. There we go. The mayor needs a thick gold rope.
Like this one?
That's...
You guys can tell that's...
Yeah, you got to hang out with your chain out a little bit. Hang out with the chain out.
And I got Scully here, too.
Yeah, you didn't really get to show that bad boy off.
Look at
that. Let me come over here.
Show
the people over there. Turn a little bit high. Oh, there it is. Yes. When using a hot brush, do you put product in before or after? Oil before heat, always. I do have a couple videos on that, but oil before heat, always. My recommendation, if you like to wear balm or butter, would be oil, heat, followed by balm or butter. But oil before heat, always. Do not, anybody, doesn't matter your beard type, your beard length, anything, do not use heat without oil first. How's the hat sales that I got here late, just in case? They're doing well. We didn't sell out. We did more than ever with the order. We had a pretty normal hat sale. It's just nothing that I'm stressing about. I told the mayor, I felt like I was getting caught up in, if I'm being honest, like in egotistical numbers where I'm like, hey, we sold out in 17 minutes, and I genuinely thought it was good for me not to do that. So hopefully you guys noticed I wasn't trying to push or really sell anything. I just wanted to present you guys the opportunity to get those. And I think I missed somebody earlier. They asked, how do they get the hats? It's on the Beauty and the Beard MI website. I will actually throw a link in the chat right now. So we still have the gray and the black hats available. So if you guys want to grab a hat, they are still available for you, okay? So let me see, we got a couple more questions here, and then we will get back into the advice. We just did this little intermission here for questions. Does beard direction change? Lastly, it wants to be brushed more back, or lately it wants to be brushed more back towards the ears to prevent snags. It's not likely your beard that's changing. It's more likely your environment and situation that's changing. How you sleep, how you work, how you move, the clothing you're wearing. Your beard direction will change with length, right? Once my beard is about here, it's going to stay straight down. But now when it's at my length, it's going to be pushing out away from my body because it's laying on my chest. So your hair direction does not change. That is there. But something external is changing in your life. So just figure out what that is and then try to adjust accordingly from there. All right, and let me see what you guys have here, okay? Hey, Dan, I blow dry in the AM, then at night after I shower, and then at night after I shower, basically twice a day. Jim, I would say you know your beard, listen to your beard, but general rule of thumb, I would avoid doing heat twice a day. If you need to go out on a date, you got to look good for dinner, hey, no worries, right? You're going to be fine. I personally would not make a habit out of using heat twice a day, but that's just me. What's your feeling you're referring to when you say too much conditioner? So for me, it's very clear. It feels like my beard was crispy, crunchy, coated. Like, I like my beard being free flowing. I like it just moving, grooving. I could feel that there was a coating on it, and it just wasn't coming off. I did my normal rinse cycle and everything. It just simply wasn't working. Dan, I noticed in your videos you've changed your morning routine to oil only. Have you changed your evening routine? No. So Michael, I have a video, it's probably 2 years old by now, where I said in the video why I go to oil only. And so I've been doing that for about 2 years now. My night routine is if I don't shower, I dampen my beard and I use beard butter. If I do shower, I do beard oil, weight, beard butter. So pretty simple there. All right. What's the difference between beard balms, waxes, and oils? You want to hit that, mix?
So a beard balm is going to be similar to a beard wax. A wax might have that wax versus balm. A beard wax is going to have more wax in it, and that's going to be more for a mustache. A balm is going to be a control measure. I've been using a little balm lately because I was getting I just use those temporary masks and the little stringies pop it up, and I feel like balm has been holding it down a little bit better at school. And then an oil is an oil. An oil is by far the best tool, I think, for beards because it just has so many advantages.
Yep, well said. Hey, Chris, welcome. Dancy, I like also, but mainly because I don't do Apple. Okay, how about that? Yeah, that NF was fire, absolutely fire. Any news on Joe Rogan collab? Nope, nothing. I'm trying not to bug them or be annoying with it, but I have not heard a word from them. Do you ever get used to mustache hairs poking your lower lip? So I don't have any poke. Mine is at a point where it's pretty well trained, and either I don't notice it, and yeah, maybe I got used to it, or I just don't have that happen. What about you?
I just try to make sure that I get oil applied to my mustache and soften overall. You're still going to get little stragglers here, and I use scissors and just go after them if I have to. But again, I also don't really notice it over my upper lip anymore.
Yeah. No, we're not allowed to wear shields at work. I mean, we can, but we need to have a mask underneath it. You gave him a good laugh. That is awesome. Okay. Dan, if you're using a good beard oil, is that also conditioned? So, no. So, the conditioning aspect, I actually have a video on this as well. Drink! But the conditioning you get from oil is a totally different conditioning you get from conditioner. Same word. That's the trouble of the English language, right? You get those double meanings. But same word, deer, that type of stuff, but a totally different outcome. So no, conditioner and beard oil, not related whatsoever. They do not do the same thing. If I strip my beard with pine tar soap and use oil afterwards, would it be a good idea to use leave-in conditioner in the evening to do a total beard reset? Yeah, man, that would be a great time to experiment with some leave-in conditioner.
I usually have to do a conditioner after a pine tar soap.
There you go.
It just feels too scraggly.
There you go. Okay, let me see what we have here. A lot of Mayor comments here. A lot of Mayor fresh ones. All right. Okay.
I gotta tell you, this is fun. He knows what he's doing, man.
Loving it.
This is awesome. I could rock this. I wish
it was
okay.
Yeah, Wes was hanging out. Zach got to hang out with Jay Cruz today. So cool. All right, and then this will be our last question our last one or two before we pop back into the show, guys, because we do got to get back to the Beard Advice Live. Even though we're giving advice, just a different form. When using a hot brush, do you not put... Oh, I think we got that question already, Jay. So hopefully you're good there. Oil before heat always. All right, then we had another one here from Dale. I was thinking about growing up in the 80s. So much teasing. Yeah, for sure. Just hair, but my thought is flexible than we think. Absolutely. Your beard is resilient. I get asked all the time, should I shave? Should I start over? Most of the time, no. Unless there's actual real damage you can see and feel, your beard is resilient. Your beard will do well, but it's about looking purposeful. It's about having the best feeling beard possible. Because some people be like, you can just do nothing. And it's like, that's true, How's it gonna look? How's it gonna feel on your face? How are you gonna smell? All those things to me mean a lot. Yeah, mean a lot. When going to get a trim, your beard is better not having any oil or butter, for example. So Jay, I literally just did a video on this last week, last week. So check that video out. It's called Train Before Trim. You want to wear your beard like you normally wear it and go oil only. You don't want any solid products like butter or balm, because imagine trying to cut your hairs when they're coated with balm or wax or butter. It's just not going to work out. So yeah.
So sometimes I use my beard conditioner on my head hair, and the last time I went to get my hair cut, she said, "Your hair is so well conditioned, it's like butter." I thought that was good. I guess.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Random story there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Wanted to get that one in.
Oh, wrong one here. This is the site if you're wondering, guys. We do have the hats here. I think they will likely make it through the week. So if you guys are wondering, like, oh, I get paid on Friday, which we have payday Friday. If we get paid on Friday, we'll make it. I think the hats will still be there. If it's not, don't at me, bro. I'm just giving you my thoughts, my honest perspective. I think we'll still have some hats. Will they make it into next week? It'll be close. It'll be close there, but we sold, I believe, over half of them already. All right. Again, thank you, Jesus.
All right, this is Tino. Hey, Dan and Mayor. Thanks for taking the time to answer my bearded question. I've been growing my beard for about 6 months. I have Greek, Italian, and Middle Eastern background, so my beard is extremely curly. I have been following a lot of Dan's videos as proper care, drink a gallon of water each day, morning and evening routines, wash and oil, night butters, conditioners, leave-in conditioners. I have the beard octane products. I personally have the biggest issues combing my beard, and I've used the Aberlite beard straightener. Followed Mayor's and Dan's directions, and it works great. Only downside is next day back to normal. Now I know I'm fighting genetics, but I find myself constantly fighting my beard to comb it. The only time I can comfortably comb my beard is after a wash and or condition immediately after a shower. Even after I towel dry and apply beard oil and rub it in, it seems to twist at my hairs immediately and pulls when I'm combing. And if I put butter or conditioning in, it immediately shrinks up and curls and gets really tight. I'll send you some pictures of my beard and the brushes I use. Sorry for the extensive email. Thanks again. By the way, my end game goal is to go for a full long beard.
Okay. In Vada, we get paid bi-weekly, so not monthly, but bi-weekly. Okay, so he's got some stuff going on and just wanted advice on it. Anything super specific?
He's just wrestling with the curly hair. Just kind of the biggest thing I picked up was, that it would go back after straightening.
Okay.
The next day.
All right, this is your world, man. Let's see what you think, and especially any of our curly hair brothers out there, give some feedback to Tino. He's saying he's trying everything he can. He just can't get it to stay with the style that he wants. And did he say he's using a heated brush?
Yeah, he's using the Aberlite, and it looks great, but then the next day it's back.
Oh, next day?
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say.
Go ahead.
Is that, unfortunately, and you're fighting it more than me, you do have a curlier hair than I do. That's kind of the par for the course is humidity, natural, just life is going to make our hair go back to curly.
Yeah.
Just a couple things to consider is a little more oil and a little bit higher heat to give it a little bit longer hold, but you don't want to, you don't want to damage, you don't want to overdo it. So I would play around with that a little bit, but what you're describing is kind of the just part of the process, and just work that morning heated brush 5 minutes, 10 minutes in. That Aberlite will save you some time over some other models because it just brings the heat. And kind of the way it is going to go. But I would think that it sounds like you're very happy, so just keep practicing and you'll get faster at it. Yeah, so it's a daily battle. My beard looks completely different when I wake up in the morning tomorrow, even if I had a perfect routine day today. It's called a morning routine because you need to do it every morning. There's just no way around that. Pretty much any beard until you get to a point where you embrace that natural look. Like Josh, I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but he's been rocking just kind of his natural beard lately and looks awesome. One thing that is a huge part in retaining your style is your water intake. So Tino, I would encourage trying to aim for a gallon of water a day. That would be a really big one.
I think I like the curls add thickness. So that is another thing, and this is kind of what Holly's saying here. Barbecue Steve has that kind of Brillo pad, really dense, really thick, curly beard. And her advice is grow it out a little bit longer, and that weight is going to help it. So for sure, and this might be a case where you do turn up the heat, or maybe you just grow it longer and kind of trim it like some hedge trimmers, and you embrace those curls and go with that. That's kind of what Barbecue Steve does.
One of the things to think about is, what is it that sets you off when you see? Is it the texture or the styling? I think we can do a lot with styling. The texture is just gonna come back to what it is, unless you do damage, which you don't want to do.
Right. And T-Bro says he finds that the tension and heat from a blow dryer works really well. Okay. Same curls here. If you want it to be more straighter, grow longer. Absolutely. When you get that length, gravity will help. Patience, of course, that's going to help.
With curly hair, grow longer means really grow longer because it takes a lot longer to get there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Going around the block instead of just straight at it.
Could it be too much heat? That is possible if he's trying to get to a goal that's just unobtainable with his genetics, and his genetics are fighting back by the end of the day. That is possible as well. What's up, King Richard? So, yeah, there's a lot there. I would say, number one, keep letting that bad boy grow, and then it's time to experiment. It's time to go with more heat, like higher heat. Hold it on there a little bit longer, a little bit more oil for protection. Maybe go with less heat, and we'll see. But I think the ultimate help for you is going to be the help of training that bad boy and with patience. Patience is going to be the ultimate trainer for this beard, for sure. Starts training that stash to the side. Let's take a look at the stash here. Yeah, I mean, I think it's good right now, but it's probably about time where you can get some help going out to the side there. So, yes.
I noticed with this brush is a Chicago comb would help a little bit, too. When are you doing your heat would be something to consider as well. If you consider, a lot of times I will tend to take my Mayer bath at night. So, if I went to sleep and didn't have it dried out, I will always use a heated brush after that because, going to sleep with a wet beard or even just moderately, it's gonna all kind of get messed up for the morning.
Yeah, and SDZ says bald and bearded might be a good look for him. Accentuate the beard. I agree. He looks like he's got a nice round head and looks like a good shape to it. I think that would look really, really good. Maybe a wider tooth comb. A lot of people have been suggesting the Chicago comb number 8 and the number 7. A pick might be the best bet for you with that number 7. So
pick, then oil, pick,
right,
then straighten.
Yeah, then go in with that little styling there. So
one of the things might be which maybe we're only getting the top of our beard and not the layering, like Molly talks about, like use a comb, hold up, hit that part, walk it a little bit more. Make sure you're hitting all the depth because you got a thick beard.
Yeah,
what's going on underneath.
For sure, and I think everybody's in agreement. Time to probably ditch the plastic comb and go with carbon fiber or a horn, ox horn, buffalo horn. I think that could help out a lot.
I think
you'll
be amazed how the difference it makes.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Can you use a heated brush on a wet beard? Your beard should be damp with oil and then the heated brush. You do not want to use a heated brush on a dry beard.
You want a little bit of sizzle.
Yep.
Not a ton, but.
Yep. Yeah, you just want that. You want it saturated.
Like a good gold chain. Just a little sizzle.
Yep.
Not a lot.
Absolutely. Because keep in mind, the main purpose of heat is to dry the beard. That styling happens as you're drying it. It's a blow dryer.
This is Rob H. Hello. I have never had the greatest genetics for beard growth, but that hasn't stopped me from trying. These first pictures are with it dry and natural, and the second set is after product and styling. I didn't know if there's any advice to make it look somewhat decent and more put together. Not looking for a miracle, but any advice you could give would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
I don't know if I did both sets of pictures. We'll check it out.
Okay. And Brian says for the tension, Brian, I agree. The number 8 doesn't give the most tension,
right,
but it gives enough for me. That's all I use in the morning. The number 7, I go in to give a little bit of volume afterwards, but I just use number 8. And this is an awesome compliment. Todd said a lady stopped in the airport and said, is that beard real?
Wow.
That's super cool.
That's cool.
Super cool compliment. Okay. So we got Rob here. I think it's only one set of pictures.
Yep.
Okay. So only one set of pictures here. Okay. So this is okay. I've never had the greatest genetics. Okay, and these first pictures are with it dry and the net and natural. The second set is after products and styling. I would imagine this is the second set after products and styling. So
I thought we would have more. I think
some for sure. We to be honest, we don't really care what it looks like natural. For anybody sending out there, that we want to know how it looks the way you wear it. We want to know how it looks during the day. So okay, so here's Rob. So that is it. Yeah, thank you, Rob, for sending in. All right, so Rob, this is a tough one because I don't know everything that's going on here, because your beard does look to have some shine to it, and so my gut would tell me that you're using way too much product. And if you aren't using too much product, we need to adjust and dial it in somewhere else. We need to use more wash. We need to use a stripping wash. But I would almost
this needs to lighten up and curl up a little bit, right? Like,
well,
like
I literally just see it being too heavy. There's too much, for lack of a better term. There's too much oil or too much grease on here, and it's greatly impacting the style of your beard.
It's giving you the look that why you're sending in.
Yeah, and he said probably too much oil. Yes, I think that step one right away is going to change everything. Really dial back. I guarantee if you were, so here's my test, guys, and I have a video on this, of course. The too much beard oil test, just look up too much beard oil, you'll find the video. 30 minutes after applying beard oil, not balm, not butter, even if you need to do just a dedicated day to test it, 30 minutes after, run your hand over your beard, over your face, over your cheeks, and if you come out and your hands are greasy, you are using too much product, and I can really tell, and he said probably too much there, I can tell that you are using too much, and again, just to be honest here, way too much. Now, the good news is you can dial it back, and I think it's going to make a huge difference, So, got to get that straight. Now, let's imagine with less oil, less product there, and let's help him out. And he said he wants to have a well put together beard, right? Okay. He wants to have the most appropriate looking. He wants to not look for a miracle, but that's the word he put together. The more put together beard. So, dial back the oil, but what styling-wise can we recommend for Rob?
I would say get those hairs off the upper lip. Clean that mustache up is going to be a big difference maker.
And I agree. This, you guys know I love the Lazy Walrus. This is not a Lazy Walrus mustache because there's just not enough walrus there for it. Just go with a clean, shorter mustache. And what tool would you recommend for this?
Oh, scissors, of course.
This is a easy scissors. We're going to let those scissors ride a little bit while we talk here. An easy scissors trim across the lip there. What that's going to do is keep the body you do have, but just make it look clean, professional, and again, off the lip. So, yeah, I agree 100% on off the lip there with the mustache. What else you thinking?
The neck, you want to be purposeful. I really want to see it again lighter, like it's to shape it. I don't know where to go with that.
Right.
Definitely, there's going to be you can do a little bit of evening out here and where your strongest growth is, but I don't know how much.
Right. Because so a couple things. There's a bunch of guys recommending a Van Dyke in the chat. I don't want to go to that yet because you do have good cheeks. Yeah, you have coverage there. And one thing that happens when you guys use too much product is the hairs clump together. And when the hair clumps together, it's not as full, right? That's why I don't, when I recommend using balm, I recommend using it on the side. I do not recommend working balm throughout your beard because what happens is those hairs clump together and it makes your beard look thinner than it actually is for a lot of people, especially if it's short, any beard actually. But when you have balm, just lock that bad boy in place. This, I believe the hairs are latching together. So I'm with the mayor. Once you take that oil off, those hairs are going to sit out a little bit more. The chin's not going to be as locked in as anymore. So
then we reevaluate.
I
would love to have you
next week.
Send in next week.
Yep.
With the dried out, like your head, dry like your head hair. You just whatever it looks like is what it looks like, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, for sure. Because I can see a neck trim, but then do we do the chin? Do we not? It's probably going to be. But we almost
if we're going to keep Van Dyke an option, we can't. We don't know yet. We don't want to do anything with that yet.
So we can't really give any advice yet, Rob, until we address that. But I think that's unbelievably valuable sending in this week because that's problem number one. That's what we have to solve. So Rob, please dial back that oil, really work on that a couple of days. We're not going to be in until next Wednesday anyway. So see what feels right, what looks right, and then send us back the beard the way you wear it with less oil.
Yeah, and it is. I think I get what you're going for, like trying to get it controlled with the oil. But I think we need to back off of that and let it just be super natural and see where we're at.
Yep. So get back to us, Rob. But you 100% have the potential for a great beard and a very purposeful style. That's what's going to be the most important, right? You talked about your genetics and all this. No. Let's get that out of there. It's about when someone sees your beard that you care, you're trying, and you're rocking what you got. So
definitely not a clear, definitive.
No,
there's like more,
which is good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Which is a good thing, right? If it was clear Van Dyke,
that's why he sent it. Because if it's not clear to us, it's I can't imagine how it feels.
Yep.
All right, this is Ryan L. I am 4.5 months into my beard journey. My goal is to grow as big of a beard as possible and keep it looking good along the way. I use a round brush and blow dryer every morning. My natural neckline stops above my Adam's apple, and I'm starting to be worried that this may cause transparency or wedge issues as my beard gets longer. Any advice on how to trim as I go to prevent this? Any other general advice is appreciated, especially regarding the correct line for my sides.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Well, pause, guys. We will, I got to bring this back here. I was checking how many we had left because we will do some questions after this. So stay tuned. I saw a couple questions in the chat that just we don't have the right flow or time to answer those. So we will get to questions. So pause those. All right. So Ryan L.
And
right here.
He did send in an underbeard, but it was so good.
Right.
That there was I have no concern about like the wedging or shaping of the Adam's apple messing with this, at least for years from now.
No, absolutely not. So he's saying essentially my neckline stops at my Adam's apple. Should I be worried? No. And then any other general advice is appreciated, especially regarding the correct line for my sides. Okay. So guys, he is looking for the correct line on his sides right here, I would say. And then general advice on this. This is a straight up mare beard. Do you have anything that you would give for advice? Clearly a fantastic beard, and we don't want to nitpick at all. But he is sending in and is asking for question.
Just my two things would be one, that there's a touch you could straighten up that little divot there or whatever you want to call it, so that it's like a fresh clean all the way down to the beard from the sideburns. And my other is just a challenge for you is to consider a thicker mustache. I think that you're just the fullness. You have an uncommonly full,
beautiful,
put together looking beard. That mustache, given that some depth, might be that last piece of the puzzle.
For sure, man. Fantastic beard. My only advice would be maybe let's think about something with the head hair. I'm a big fan. I like the style of the head hair, but I love a nice transition, a nice fade from the beard into the head hair. So just this area right here, and I don't know if it's, and oftentimes guys are like, I just haven't been to the barber in 4 weeks, I would love to see keep the beard at this line, and he actually has different color beard hair than head hair, which is really cool. I would keep this line exactly the same, right where it's at, and then see if we can fade something right along this hair, and maybe even wrap around the ears, but just do that little fade over the ears.
Can we hit him with the mayor cam
we
for a second?
We can.
I think I just want to
pull. So the collar, you know how the collar goes over your beard? The camera's not able to pick it up because it's black. So hold it down physically on the side here. So the mayor's going to show some of his head hair on the side.
So I think this is a number 2 that I use, but I feel like, in my opinion, to have like a clipper cut like a 2 or 3 gives your beard a little pop. To have it be slightly shorter actually than what it's coming in as on the sideburns. Yeah,
I agree. I think if you just simply fade that up a little bit, it's gonna look fantastic. So yeah, man, this would and SDZ says bald and bearded. So I do disagree with that one. I think he still had some rockin' head hair. I think it fits his style. I would not jump to bald and bearded on that one. And you guys know I'm quick to be like, hey man, bald and beard looks good, but that one I do disagree on. And he says, I'll try the fade. Thanks. Awesome, man. Yeah, I think that's really gonna make that beard pop and come out a bit. So I saw some of the questions earlier, guys. There's way too many comments for me to go back up and grab those. We're going to take another little intermission, then we'll have kind of the final third of the show. Plan is to be done about 10:30, maybe a little bit after. So if you guys have some beard questions right now, let us know what you think. And I agree with Holly here. His hairline is still solid. I think it's too soon for the bald and bearded. I agree. He's going to have time for that. Clearly, it's gonna catch him just like most of us. It does. So no rush into that bald and bearded there. When you got a good style, when you got a good haircut possible, I say rock it. Go with it for there. But again, guys, if you have any questions, right now would be the ones to ask. It can be for the mayor, it can be for myself. And we had an earlier question from Dale, said, what oil is he using? Does it matter? Probably not. The only time that oil would matter is if he's using a really low quality oil and it wasn't absorbing, which could be the case in giving him that look. It's either that or just too much oil. So Dale, that is a good question. If it's something that's not the best quality, that could be a factor. Jordan says, my beard feels crispy and dry after 30 minutes of oil. It's very curly, so I'm wondering if that has anything to do with it. So first off, no, curliness should not make your beard feel dry after 30 minutes. From there, your beard should still feel nourished. It should still feel healthy. There's probably a million different things we could go over, but make sure your water intake is really well. That's the number one thing. Make sure you're using good quality products. Usually it's just overall health. 30 minutes to dry out's really quick, like really, really quick. If you tell me after 6-8 hours I'm starting to feel dry, dude, that's normal. That's work. You can kind of get that going. So,
yeah. Are you applying it fully? Are you making sure you're getting it? I like to brush up my hair and put the oil in, just making sure that it's at the layers. Being aware of more than just the surface of your beard when you're putting it in might help. I know that with my mask, I will, not in 30 minutes, but in the afternoon, I will notice it starts to get like staticky and I will breathe out these chin hairs.
Well, yeah. And your mask is literally friction and rubbing on your beard. That's going to take off oil. So,
right.
Yeah, that's a big part
but
too.
Never so much without a mask. It's usually the mask is doing it.
Right. My barber cut my beard way too short. What's the best way to grow it back right? What do you think, man?
I would let it
yeah.
Just be mindful of going past where you want. If you're gonna style, like keep it like mine, go past it and then come back. Maybe go to a different barber to have that dialed in. And then guys, remember to bring pictures. Always bring photos. Bring pictures when you're getting your hair cut. Always say, I understand with head hair, you guys want to show that you've earned your money. That's not the situation with a beard. I'm just, it's important to me. It's a big deal. It's kind of one of my hobbies. And take it easy.
Yeah. Yep. No matter what I do, I can't seem to get rid of the dent from my jawline. What can I do now? I blow dry. Man, it truly is going to come down to practice. Watch my videos. I do have videos on a heated brush on how to get those out. Essentially, a method would be using the heated brush. If it's on your jawline, go to the side, go up, go to the other side, and then go down. Try different methods. Use more heat.
Flex your water.
Yeah.
Spray a little more, spray a little less.
Yep.
But it's
you got to practice, man. You got to try different methods. Blow dryer, heated brush, use some wax afterwards.
A lot of times it's not the top hairs that's giving you the dent. It's the ones underneath. So like layering and pulling up and hitting these guys. And then, also that might help.
So Frank says, I'm drinking 64 ounces of water a day. Is that sufficient or should I drink more? Frank, that's going to be a pretty personal thing. For me, no, I would be severely dehydrated if I only drank 64 ounces tomorrow. I drink 128 every day, right, Galen? 128?
Yep.
So good rule of thumb. Everybody listen up carefully here. This is a really tried and true rule. For the most part, there's electrolytes and sodium and a whole other things involved. But to keep it simple, right, KISS method is take your body weight, cut it in half, and that's how many ounces you should be drinking. So if you're drinking 64 ounces, that means you're going to weigh about 128 pounds.
So 85 ounces for me.
Is that, yeah. So
maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just don't know how to cut things in half.
For me, I'm 225, so I need to be drinking at least 112, 115. So I just round it to a cool 128, and I drink that before I go to bed. Best practice, you guys, and this is actually really important because there have been some new research that's come out recently with marathon runners. It is the most effective, it is the most efficient if you drink water steadily throughout the day in small doses. And the real crazy part is the most effective way to drink water is with some kind of food. That's when your body's going to process it the best. If you want to learn about water intake, study marathon runners, study Ironman challenge people, because they really need all of that nutrients they get from the water. So 64 ounces, I would say, is sufficient if you are a small human. If you are not, you want to bump it up. Half your body weight. I'm 170, so I would split that in half, right? What are we looking at there? 90 ounces of water.
70,
so
yeah, 85.
Yeah, so bump it up just a little bit from that point. Yeah, 85. Thank you. And let's go with 90. Let's do a cool 90 to make it easy, and that's going to be good for you. One of the cooks in my brigade. Okay, thank you. Oh, spelling. Is trying to grow his facial out, but he says he believes his genetics against him. He just clean shaved because he's so discouraged. Any advice I can pass along? I would say pass along that Rock What You Got video, and also tell them their genetics are the king, right? Genetics, you can't just be like, hey, I wish I could grow a beard like you, Dan, and I'm going to will my way to that beard. If you don't have the genetics, you're not going to get here. However, there are things you can do to move the needle a little bit in either direction. You can hurt yourself, definitely, but you can also help yourself with all the things from the channel. So I would just encourage them, say, hey, man, you can grow a great beard. Check out this channel with this Rock What You Got video and go from there.
You know, November's a great time to let it get ugly and see how far you can get it. I would say start now.
Great, yeah.
You know, because it's like time of year where everybody's like, you know, kind of trying and things. And but ultimately, if you're in your own head about how it looks and all that, you're going to lose that battle. You have to either have a, you know, just a say, let's do it, let's go for it, and, you know, give it 3 months and see where it goes, or not. And that's okay too.
Yeah.
But if you're talking to yourself out of it, that's exactly what will happen.
For sure. Great question, Ellie. Hey, Eric, welcome on in. Said late to the party. I think this is Eric's first Wednesday. If anybody's new in here, this is not how the mayor normally dress. Even though he looks killer, like people are probably coming in and they don't know. Like
Whoa.
That dude's just. Well, they're probably just like, okay, that dude's swagged out. Like Dan hangs out with some like
The
cool
new studios in Jersey.
some new flavor in his life. No, we have a Facebook group and we have, what are we calling it? What's the day?
I don't know. What I called it something like Celebrity Filter Friday. I think.
Okay, all right.
But it's basically like a Halloween dress up like your favorite celebrity beard person.
Okay, so we got not a contest, but just a day coming up on October
day,
29th.
yep.
Yeah. How high do you go with your sideburns before you start to fade? So let me show you guys over here. So where I go with my sideburns is right where the opening of your ear is and down. That's generally your beard. You guys can actually see pretty well with mine right now. All right, clean up, doing a decent job there. So if you see right here, my head hair is a little bit shorter and as compared to my beard. So mine would start right at this line right here. See the opening to my ear, go straight over, right? And for a lot of people, you'll be able to see pretty clearly where that is. So that's where my line would be right there. Great question. Side beard cam coming in clutch to demonstrate that difference there. So yeah, thank you, Michael, for asking that great question. I don't think I'm using enough oil. Water intake is good. We'll try to add more oil. Make sure. Yeah, yep, absolutely. And that could be too. If you're not using oil, it's gonna feel dry. It's gonna feel crispy. So
and
awesome.
Different times of year gonna need. You know, we're going through a change. We're turning into fall, which means the furnace comes on, so your humidity in your house is less, and you might get a drier. You know, you might have to adjust your technique a bit.
Yep. And I do have a video on this. This is not fake news. I do have a video about beer being good for your beard. It is a true story. Do you need different heating products for different length beards? Yes. So that's a great question. Generally speaking, if you're talking about like overall beard styling, a heated brush works fantastic for all needs on a short to medium beard. And a blow dryer works good for all needs on a longer beard. I use both on a daily basis. I target specific areas with the heated brush every day. My mustache. There's never a day that will go by, even on a lazy beard day. I always do the mustache to get it off my lips and out of my mouth. And I use those with heated brushes, but everything else is a blow dryer. So just like you change brushes, just like you change combs and tools, the heated tools should change as well. I found a beard butter and oil mixed in product. Is that good? I found a beard butter and oil mixed in product. Is that good?
Most butters have oil in them.
So 99% of beard butters have that oil base anyway. I would think, James, you just have a beard butter. And remember, you don't want to use beard butter by itself. Just because it has oil in it doesn't mean it acts as an oil. So I would assume you read the ingredients and it said on there beard had oil in there as well. But yeah. How is the best way to judge if I'm using too much oil or not? So look up my video after this stream, too much beard oil. But the easiest way is 30 minutes after you apply oil, rub your hands over your beard. And if your hands are greasy, you use too much.
Are you getting it on your cell phone? That's too much. You know, like if you're noticeably having like residue, you're probably putting on too much.
Okay. Yes. And that's a way that I tell as well. I got more than a year and my under lip is still kind of short. I'm still trying to grow it, but how much can I expect? It's all personal, man.
That is a trouble. I mean, that's
a common area.
That's literally the Beard Octane logo.
Yep.
Has space right there. That's a really cool look for a beard. It is a type. It is a style. It is not a problem. That's what that's how I look at it.
And I do have a video on how to fill in patches, and the thumbnail shows like an arrow pointing to that spot, so you can check that one out. And if I ever recommend a video, Doug Sloan, one of our best friends, is killing it in the chat with links right now. But you can also reach out to me on Instagram or on email, which both are in the description, and I can help you guys go find those videos. I don't mind doing that at all. Dan, I have an issue where I tend to play with I'm serious talking about beard.
Yeah.
We get that question pretty much every week. Neither of us have great experience in that, but a lot of guys have given advice of...
Well, and I'll catch myself.
Yeah.
It is part of having a beard, I think, is figuring out whether you want to, just having self-control. Betsy will be like, stop.
Yeah.
And then I'll stop.
Yeah, and it's you just got to have that self-control. It's you just got to train yourself, right? I'll give you a real example here. Like talking to this mic and camera is something that takes training. And it's like I got to sit over here and like beat the mare. Like stop talking that way, stop talking this way. I think the same is with your beard. You just got to find a way. Some people said use a rubber band and snap yourself because he is saying that he tends to pick hairs out. That's beyond just playing with your beard.
I would get a Chicago comb and don't actually put your hand on your beard. Use the when I drive in traffic sometimes I've found like settled myself down hitting it with one hand. I probably look weird to people, but if you're not grabbing with your hair and you're just kind of like figuring out how to do that. I love the Chicago comb because it glides through, and if you do get to a spot that's like maybe like still a little bit damp from a shower or whatever, it'll sit there and you can like work it out. Finding a technique, finding a habit that is going to replace that is important.
Yeah. So Kevin says, water intake is great, but if you have kidney issues, be careful. Of course, you guys should know your body. If you have something unique, you got to check a doctor, right? If you have kidney issues, I would check with a doctor on pretty much everything. You should absolutely be doing that. But I would say the general rule of taking your body weight and drinking that much, cut it in half and drink that much in ounces, applies to 95% of the U.S. population. You're going to be fine. Most of us can do much, much more than that because we have so much sodium in our diet, right? Usually the main problem with drinking too much water is you're diluting your sodium levels, and that can be dangerous. Most of us have a lot of sodium, too much sodium. And so 95% of people are going to be okay with that general rule. But of course, if you have something very specific, you can definitely check with your doctor, address that. And I don't think there's many doctors that are going to tell most people, hey, you should not drink a good amount of water. And I hate, and I'll get to you in a minute, I hate when people say, well, don't you know that you can drink too much water and drown yourself or all this stuff? Like,
you can do too much of anything.
Exactly.
So I was going to say, how have you done adjusting back to restroom as a teacher? Because, the tough thing is when you have 30, 14-year-olds in your classroom, it's not a good idea to leave them alone too long.
Yeah.
So having a year and a half from the pandemic, when we could go to the restroom when we needed to with frequent breaks.
Yep.
I've been adjusting back. I mean, we're getting there, but
yeah, I strategize. So I get on my kids about abusing the restroom privileges. So I will never leave class. It's really not an option for me. If I do, I need to create like a diversion and make.
I would never let them know.
Right. Okay. That's good.
It has to be during work time.
Yep.
Only when I have like a parapro or someone, another adult in the room.
Yeah.
It's just too risky otherwise. I don't even think I could go to the bathroom. I'd be so nervous about what was happening in my classroom.
Yeah. So Cameron said, I found my problem. I'm about 230 and I drink about 115 a month. Oh my goodness gracious. A month? That's like drinking half a glass a day of water. Golly,
It's just
man.
like getting it from the air, the water vapor.
Right.
It's like
Osmosis.
like a cactus.
Yeah. Where did this go? Been growing my beard for the first time. It's short and has not grown in length in 9 months. What am I doing wrong? Martin, I would look up on YouTube Dancy bearded terminal length. I doubt you hit it if your beard is short, but if it hasn't grown in 9 months, that's a long time. We got to figure out something. There's something that you're not getting the right protein, you're not getting the right biotin through supplements or through your diet. 9 months is a long time because normally it's just perspective. Normally it's like, I'm not seeing my beard grow as much. Got a video on that as well. It's called the rule of proportionality, but 9 months is a very, very long time. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure on that one, but yeah, we'll see.
It has to be like, I was gonna say, is it curling up? Is it, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I would want to know, like, how often have you trimmed your nails in those 9 months? Because that could signal a,
yeah.
who knows?
Yep, absolutely. Okay. Good. Okay, let's pop on here.
All right, this is Nicholas. Currently in the process of trying to grow my beard out longer, about the length of yours or shorter. Is there anything you would advise me to do differently or change? Tips.
Okay. Yours, as I'm guessing me?
I think so.
Okay. All right, here's Nicholas. Great quality picture, too, by the way. We get all varieties of blurry to super HD. This is a super quality picture right here. All right, so he's growing the beard to my length and wants to know if we have any advice for him. Love the tattoos, by the way. Love the haircut. This is what we talk about with like making a beard pop and really accentuating that beard. Since you're asking about my beard, first thing would be if you're touching your neckline, stop. Your beard is getting to the point now where it's going to start facing the ground. And once that happens, we want to start leaving that neckline alone. I can't tell if you are shaving your neckline. This tattoo looks decently fresh, so I know you had to shave for that tattoo. So that would be the only thing that pops up for me is, Nicholas, if you have great beard, great coverage, great coloring. If you are going for mine, just leave the neckline alone.
And I really like your style. I think
Yeah.
it looks really good as it is, too. That's something that,
But think of how
mustache is-
cool a big beard's going to
Oh,
look
yeah.
with that. It's going to be just, absolutely.
The world is your oyster. Like, you could go any direction you wanted to, really.
And you said mustache. It does look like you are buzzing your mustache, not a scissor trim. You're using more along the lines of those right? You're going with the buzzers. I would stop that immediately. If you do insist on trimming your mustache, use the scissors, and then just get those scissors going along the line of the lip, and that's going to help out to really bring that all together again. Oh, thank you, man. I was going back with that. So, yeah, that's all we got there, man. All right, Chris, thank you. Take care, man. Thanks for sending in again. All right.
All right, this is Frank T. What's up, fellas? I'm about 2 weeks away from my year in these. So far, the only thing that I've done is a single transparency trim. Other than that, there has been no scissors or clippers that's touched this beard or stash, just oil, butter, wash, and conditioner, and combing. I've used every ounce of advice that y'all have given me that would pertain to my beard and watched every video that Dan has made. Every video.
Wow, thank you, Frank.
I'm open to your opinions, criticism, and all advice on where you think I should go with it. Should I stay here? Should I go bigger or trim it down? Beard and hair is fair game, boys. Have at it.
Thank you, Frank. And Frank's awesome. He's super supportive in the streams, comments on the videos. He's supportive on Instagram, Facebook as well, I believe. Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure. But for sure, Instagram, he reacts to my stories and everything. So, Frank,
super helpful.
We see you, we notice you, and we greatly appreciate you, my man. So thank you for everything.
Pillar of the community.
He really is. He really is a pillar of the community. Absolutely. Awesome, man. So definitely watching my videos. He's got my style going on. He's got that great.
Pride. I can hear your voice.
Yeah. He's looking real good. So he's asking for just general advice on his beard. Man, there's not much there, Frank. You're doing super well. If you're asking me to have at it, I would have 2 areas I would look at. One is maybe just this and leave this alone. So this line down here is beautiful, perfectly sculpted. I would go in with a scissor cut, all right here along the edge of that ear. And again, Hall of Fame, just fantastic beard. But just imagine with me, Frank, for a second. Just get scissors right here. Snip, going right along that beard. And it's just going to continue this line. You don't need to touch here. So good. Then my other question would be, and I said earlier, I rarely ever suggest touching the cheek line, in which you don't need to. My question would be, if you are touching the cheek line right here, I would stop. If you're not touching the cheek line, I would consider making a clean line from right here. You see where that's at? Just going right there. With something like a Brio, I don't know if you necessarily need to use a razor or anything, but going with a line right there to just address this area, and it really only stands out because it's that darker color. But I would look at making that adjustment right there. So yeah, going with the ears. Here's Frank right here. He said, I thought I need to trim my ears. That would be the real main one. And then maybe that little peak on the cheek line, but the mustache is great. The beard's great. You could do a minor transparency trim, but it's not needed by any means.
I love your beard. Especially how your mustache sets in there just beautifully. I think you really have taken some time and kind of figured out what fits best, and it looks amazing. I wouldn't do much with the hair. You might consider like a part, just like all of us. Someday maybe bald and bearded down the road. But I like you've got a good head. I don't think we're there yet as far as that goes. I don't have like I said, I've only got compliments more or less. Anything Dan said, I think that's something to consider, but I can't really fault you in any way on this.
Yeah.
Great beard.
Yep, looks really, really, really nice. If you do want to super make it pop, a little fade along that ear could do well. There's very rare haircuts with a beard that I don't think a fade along the ear couldn't benefit. There's very few. I just think it brings everything together.
Yeah, a transition.
Yeah. Yep.
You don't want it to be all one thing.
Right. So, Frank, you're crushing it, man. This makes me proud that you say you watch the videos, you listen to the advice, you've watched every video. If this is proof, man, I'll take that 10 out of 10 all day, every day. You make me proud, man.
Like
you make me proud.
Your former student comes back and has gone into a field that you were.
Yeah, for sure. Like I have a former student running for Congress, and it's somebody that's like, oh yeah, I knew they would have ran for Congress. That's awesome. So Frank, man, thank you so much. And I think we got this is the last one.
All
okay,
right.
we got Donald. Yep, sorry, but
all right,
there we
this
go.
is our Beard Advice Alumni 2020. Donald. My Beard Advice live episode 7 alumni. 10 to 11 months ago was our episode 7. Yep. I wanted to provide an update on my beard journey since the episode, but also I'm interested in the video Dan did for best beard style for certain face shapes to see what face shape matches my beard style. I have attached pictures of me without the beard, my original submission to Beard Advice Live, episode 7, and my current pictures with my overall journey of 21 months. The current pictures are the longest I can grow my beard with work, and I may need to trim it a little shorter soon. Let me know if you would recommend any current changes in the style or the areas that I can improve. I know I need to align my right beard line, which I will address in my next trim. I appreciate all the advice. I originally received all the advice I continue to receive watching the Beard Advice Live episodes.
Okay, all right, Donald, and I know Donald super well, so this is a fun one where we're at here. Man, looks awesome.
So original, and then I love this. I just want the
yeah,
the profiles,
and that hair is just dripping, as the kids say. Like I said, dripping with swag goo, man. That is saucy. You are doing so well. So essentially, he wanted to know, hey, I feel like I'm a veteran of the show. My journey has changed. He always compliments on that, which I love. But he's saying, how do you think my beard fits with my face shape? Is there a different shape that you think I should go for? And for me, I'm going to be honest here, I think it's perfect. I would not consider any other shape. Like the mayor said, look at that side beard, man. That is a beard model. That is just a model in general with that hair, dude. It's just so good. And in the front, and the shape is perfect.
You benefited. It was a little round when we started. That would have been a shape, like an opportunity for improvement, and you did. There we have it. It's really just a tale as old as time. It's complete. Nice job.
Yep. Yeah, you
Makes
did
me
well.
a little bit proud.
Yeah. Anything that you would suggest here at all?
No. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep, just being a part of our community and supporting people. I see you in the chat, and you can just see it's not a blockbuster difference, but it's purpose. It's details that take it to the next level.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ken did ask a good question. Where's Funk Daddy? I don't know where Steve is. Hopefully he's all right. He's got the grandkids and stuff, but I don't know.
He's always somewhere, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think he's ever missed before. So, Steve, if you see this in the future, thinking about you, shout out to you. I'm sure everything's okay, but people like Brian Carter and Steven and all these people just never, ever miss. So, shout out to you guys. But, yeah, Donald, crushing it, man. Absolutely crushing it. All right. Love you guys. That's the end of the show. That's all we got for the slides. So, super important, guys. If you want to join next week, Mayor, how we get in?
Send your pictures, your questions to beardadvicelive@gmail.com, and Dan or myself will get back to you probably the day or two beforehand.
Yeah.
You know,
Monday, Tuesday is kind of our range where we get everything going in. So, yeah, absolutely. But, hey, guys, thank you tonight. Fantastic questions, fantastic entries. Command's Corner, link to our private Facebook group. We gave away $250 worth of beard products today, exclusive to the Facebook group. So hop on that, even if it's just for the giveaways, just for the discount codes. It's also an amazingly supportive community. Just something to check out there. And we got Fitzmagic in the group. Hey, that's all we got.
That's all we got, guys. Thank you. You know what? I don't know. I've come a long way to come and dress up to be able to goof around like this. That's it. It's all part of that journey.
Yeah.
It is. You know, if I didn't feel 100% like nobody's going to make me blast me or make me feel bad, I wouldn't do it. And I never even thought I was like, yeah, that'd be funny to goof around.
Yeah.
And life is about that. You need to be able to have fun.
Yeah, and thank you guys for all that you add in with the chat and all you add in with the suggestions. We literally are changing people's beards and we're changing people's lives. And I say we as in all of us. There's plenty of guys in here right now that can back that up and say how much this has helped them, how much it's changed. So seriously, straight up, shout out to you guys. For everything. So again, man, thank you. It's been real, it's been fun, but has it been real fun?
I think so.
It's been real fun. It's been reals fun with a Z on the end, okay? And feel free to reach out to either of us on Instagram, Dancy Bearded and Mayor's Beard Journey. We both are pretty active on there and get back really timely, and we enjoy. We also post pictures of our family and our lives. The Mayor has some funny, creative stuff that he throws out from time to time, which I always appreciate. So, yeah, that's all we got today, guys. Thrasher or Thrash Apple?
You took it to the dance. You had a good night, but doesn't mean you have to take them next year.
And you got to try them.
Right.
If it comes out, we're pretty much going to try our best to try them. That's going to happen. But yep, I'll probably never do the apple again. But very, very happy that I got to try it. It wasn't a Code Red day.
It's not refreshing. It's not refreshing.
It's not
refreshing.
refreshing.
It's too sweet.
Code Red is that treat.
And
it is refreshing. So, yeah. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much. See you guys on Friday for a special Whiskey and Hardtack update review. New product coming out. And then especially on Monday for Command's Corner. We will see you then. Oh, I almost ended it. We can't just end the stream. We know what's going on now. All right, let me get rid of these guys here real quick.
Get my gold chains out for you guys. One last time.
Oh, man. Yeah, and he said chains. 2 chains is what he's got going right now. All right, guys. We'll see you.